Hey guys, time for arithmetic. I want you to go watch the Go Noodle video, Banana Banana Meatball today. It's going to really help you think about patterns and get your body moving. And then today, we are going to talk about 1/3 of a group. Now yesterday we talked about the fraction 1/3. The fraction looks like this, 1/3. 3 on the bottom means how many total parts the thing is cut into. And the 1 on the top means how many groups or parts we're actually going to talk about. So the bottom's the total number, the top is how many we want to talk about. Now, we've done 1/2 of a group and 1/4 of a group already. So I'm going to do those ones to review with you first before we find 1/3 of this group. I drew 12 stars here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, if you remember back to when we did 1/2 of a group, you are cutting it into the number of pieces that would be on the bottom. So if we did the fraction 1/2, then I'm going to split the number of stars into 2 total groups and then just count how many are in one of those groups. So watch me as I do that right now. The way I like to do it is count from opposite sides so I can meet myself in the middle. So I'm going to count 1 on each side, 2 on each side, 3 on each side, 4 on each side, 5 on each side, 6 on each side. So my line's going to go down the middle right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have to be exactly equal. I can't have 5 over here and 7 over here. That would not be half. They have to be the exact same number on each side for it to be 1/2. So then when I'm talking about 1/2, I want one of those groups like that. So 1/2 of 12 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My answer is 6, and I circle just one of those sides. Now, if I want to do 1/4 of 12, I'm going to erase this. We're going to do 1/4. I will show you. 1/4 is 1/4. So the bottom number is the total number of groups, and the top number is how many I'm going to circle, how many groups I'm going to circle. So again, when I do fourths, 1/4, it is 1/2 of a half. So I'm going to go cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut that half group into half again. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where I'm going to meet. So I'm going to draw my line down the middle again. I have 6 on each side. I'm going to take just this half and cut it in half again. So I have 1. This time I'm just going to go sideways. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 on top and 3 on the bottom. And I only need to circle one group. So I'm going to circle this guy down here. And that's 1, 2, 3 stars. So 1/4 of 12 stars total equals 1, 2, 3. 3. Now, we're going to do 1/3. So we're going to take the same idea, get rid of this, and we're going to find 1/3. So I have a 3 on the bottom. So I need 3 total groups. 3 total groups. And I'm going to circle one of them. So, a little bit trickier because I want 3 total groups. But if you have items that you can move, that you have at your house, if you have markers or crayons or paper clips or toys, if you can lay them all out for yourself and move them around, that's going to also be helpful, just like we did with the marbles at school. So I know that 1/3 is smaller than a half because as my bottom number gets bigger, my amount gets smaller. My piece gets smaller. So I know that it's less than 6, but I want to make sure I have the equal number in each group. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to draw 3 groups down here instead. And I'm going to move the stars one at a time into each group. So I'm going to take this guy and put him here. 1, 2, 3. Back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm all out. So now I'm going to make sure that they're all equal. I've used up all of these stars up here. I'm going to make sure I have equal groups down here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 in this square. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in this square. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in this square. So now I only want to count one group. Only one group. So I'm going to take a different color so you can see it better. I only want one group. So I'm going to circle that one group. How many stars are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/3 of 12 equals 4. Okay? If you can move them by drawing the way I did it, or if you actually have things, toys, or items that you can move around, that's going to really help you see the picture. You want 3 total groups, 1 group here, 2 group here, 3 groups here, and circle one of those groups. That's how you find 1/3 of a group of items. Now, if we look at our arithmetic paper, we are on page 249 and 250. So 249 is all review. We've done all of these things before. You're doing sums and differences horizontally. You're doing Roman numerals. You're doing lines of symmetry. You're doing fractions with greater than, less than, or equal to. Look very careful at the colorings. And then you're finding the perimeter, which we did last week. On the back, 250 is where you're going to actually do dividing groups, finding 1/3 of a group. So, section 1, mark the circle under the groups divided into thirds. Remember, they have to have the exact same number in each group. You cannot have 5, 3, and 4 and just pick one of them. They have to be the exact same number in all 3 groups for them to be equal. So look carefully at those sections. The squares, the triangles, or the circles are all separate. Make sure that the groups are equal. Make sure that they're in thirds, means there's 3 total groups. 3 total groups, okay? Section 2 says color to match the fractions. They give you a fraction at the top of that little picture. And you're going to color the number of animals according to that fraction. Or the last one is trees. So color it according to what that fraction is up top. They tell you how many total pieces, the top number is how many you're going to color out of the total. Okay? Section 3, mark the circle under the fraction that shows how many pieces of pie have been eaten. Eaten. Not how many are there, how many have already been eaten that are missing. They drew lines for you to show you how many pieces there are. Just fill in the circle for each pie. There's 3 pies, and you're going to fill in the circle for how many pieces are missing. Okay? Section 4, you're going to do what I did up here. Circle 1/3 of each group. So you're going to split it. If you can redraw it somewhere else on a piece of paper or on the side of your paper so you know how many to circle in that group, you can use another piece of paper or whatever you need to help you figure that out. If you do use a second piece of paper, please take a picture of that to go with your work when you turn it in. If you have any questions, please let me know, and that's it for arithmetic. See See you later.